Hello and welcome back. I am the PS2 Music here, taking a look at another track I built. And today we will be looking a bit more on the library damage. And as always, we will start with a track and then jump right into how I built it. Alright, just making sure. And alright, there's the track. Trying to get it back to my normal view. Alright. So as you can see, that was a little bit more epic, I guess you could say. And like the percussive parts in there were a little bit more rambunctious. And I used the choir library again because it's pretty awesome. And yeah, let's just jump right into how I created the track. We'll go top to bottom because that's really how I write songs. I usually start with one. That's why they're not all grouped together, or at least some of them are, but it's because I start from top to bottom. So let's start with this guy. Alright, so this is part of damage right here. As you can see. I think that's... yeah, it's fine. Alright, that's the one I used. And as you can see, I can detune it, and then like I can... oh, this is damage, by the way. This is like the basic damage layout. If I wanted to get a more creative, I could have had distortion. That's pretty cool. A little bit over the top. Lo-fi. There's just... alright, which one is on? Alright, anyhow, we could take a look at trigger effects. These are cool too. They were also in their Evolve Mutations #2, I believe, and their new release of their Evolve, and of course damage, and their cool Aeon stuff that is like, I want to get it, but I'm good with this. Anyhow, it's me rambling. It's just... These are the, as you can see here, damage hits mod wheel. I mean, I guess you can control that. I didn't though. And the punish knob. I didn't like it on this one because it killed the sound, so I think I did like right there. Just add a little bit more of the punchy sound, the punishing sound. Alright, so I guess while I'm here, we can take a little bit look at damage. Here, I got this blank track. Okay, we could start with rhythmic sweeps and the loops. So this is the damage layout, as I was saying before. And these are the loop section. Like if you're one of those people who love the epic drums and the cinematic awesomeness of them, I would totally say that this is a the thing for you. But I mean, if you're trying to do more subtle stuff, it is possible to do this in here too. But like, I mean, you could tweak. Well, you know what? I should say it's for everyone. You could tweak whatever. You could tweak the junk out of this guy, and you could either destroy it, or you could fix it, or you quiet it. I guess make it more subtle. There you go. But let's see here. Should be able to failed though. Here we go. Put the high levels down. Oh, and this is it's worldly controlled. Worldly controlled. That means it controls everything and not just one. Like, I think this controls just one. I think. And this is the master. Oh, we could turn it on too. That'd be nice. There's it. Back on. Okay. High pass. Let's do this guy. And then there's tech elements. Just play a couple of these. Oh yeah, this is the elements. Sorry, there's two things. There's the full, everything together. And then there's the elements. That's cool, sweet. So that way you can, when you really don't want to use a loop, in quotations, use a loop, you can just hold, you know, like 3 or 4 of these guys down and basically make your own style. Or like for this, I was trying to find a loop that I could use in this song, but it didn't occur to me that I could, because it was that I wanted that the Bulgarian that a beat, and I couldn't really find a rhythmic sweet loop type thingy. All right, okay, so these are the organic drums. Well, actually, I'll be done. I'll go back into the percussive kits when I actually get to them. With more awesomeness down below. So going back to my track, as you know, we got this big, huge, epic. It's almost kind of like Conception. Oops. Then the back of it, or the trail. I was actually not going to add the trail at first, but I'm like, dude, that ending needs something. Just needs something. So I found that. Well, I could show you where I found that. Well, actually, these two in general. Look in hybrid effects hits. So there's like the damage hits, which are these epic stuff. No. Go away. Then you got, you know, the hit impacts, which are almost kind of the same thing, just a little bit different. The tails, which is what I used for this section, this back section right here. Damaged piano, broken pianos, dark impacts, exploding cars, junkyard metals, low drum effects. I mean, like, this thing is just ridiculously awesome. I know I probably say that about everything, but it percussion. If you're looking for percussion that's also cinematic, and then also has that edge and that feel. Like you need that Hans Zimmer, that Hans Zimmer-esque type feel. This is something I would take a look at. I'm not doing a very good job at displaying it because I don't have my keyboard again. But if you want to take a look at some of the other YouTube videos that are out here, like I would recommend soundsandgear.com. They did a great job of showing what Damage can do. It's 20 minutes long, which hopefully this isn't going to be, but it's 20 minutes long, and it just kind of shows you, like, outside of context, him just messing around with it, and it's awesome. And this is more in context than how I used it. Okay, next I use this cool, and you're like, oh, that's probably coming from Damage too. It's like, nope, this is coming from Olympus. It's in ambiances. It's Whistle Katos or something. I think they're whistling, but they're not. How can they? It's just a cool effect that Sound Iron did. The people who made Olympus. And then also from the same sort of thing, this ambience, also from the ambience section called Zibrech, or something else that's awesome. Almost sounds like Halo. Yeah. Now, if you want to take a look more at this awesome Olympus library, I actually made the video last week. I would totally recommend taking a look at that, just to see how I used it in a more epic way than just kind of having these drones and these little hints here and there. Okay, next is one of my favorite parts of this. Like this one, the strings totally carry the beat and the rhythm. I'll show you. See, so this guy, the action strings. My favorite string, well, the only good string library that I have right now. That actually sounds good. Yeah, so I'm doing basic Bulgarian low, just doing the hit on the low. It's the lowest octave E, and then this is the highest octave E. Then I changed it so that it would be the bass, the Bulgarian 16th rhythmic. So you put them together, you get this stronger on the hit, done. And then I also, with the choir, the ambient whistle brado, whatever it's called, also goes on hit, done. And then this, the epic hit, is a little bit different. Don't die. Okay. Yeah, it goes on. Yeah, a different rhythmic pattern. Just it makes it feel more intense and more complicated. And what really makes it more intense and more complicated is, well, I'll come back to that. Is my strings high. This is probably one of the most melodic sections of this. Other than that, it's just kind of repeating patterns, because I found out that repeater patterns feel like they just score to it, or the notation for it. That's the key switch. Makes it feel more built up, makes it feel more epic. Even with this, even with the so-called most melodic piece of it, is still repetitive. Also using the basic Bulgarian, but not low this time, so that I get that high And see how there's a key switch. I key switched from the Bulgarian 16ths to the ending note, or so called the ending note. Right. Then one of the cooler parts that kind of it really helps drive. Like this is just so much fun to place in. Here, I'll take a look. I'll show you. Okay, start from the beginning. Yeah, it's just the image is just so much fun to play, and having this I did this, having this like go back and forth. So like one of them's on the little right, and one was to the left. And then I turned the punish knob a little bit just to give it a little greater feel. I mean, not the most entertaining, but yeah, it suits these strings right here. Makes the strings kind of pop out a little bit, pop out of the mix, and it makes it feel more intense and more like I'm chasing you kind of idea, which is what I wanted. And then I have this guy, also on the Studio Armageddon ensemble. Oops. Also on the Studio Armageddon, using the so I'm using the Toms 5 and the Monster Drum. Just also turned up the punish because it just helped. Helped it sound awesome, I guess. But just having it also adds up the build up. Now why I didn't add that section that I just sang, because that's what I do. Because that is there, so I pull it off and put it back in. I mean, and then the toms jump back in. Dun, dun, and then I left a little break to make it a little more interesting for the hearer, the listener. Okay, so last is my choir. It sounds really, this part like blends in so well with that drone that just like and then it pops out. Kind of boring. And then I switched. It's like, oh, it changed. I mean, it's not the most awesome, epic, you know, Parts of the Caribbean esque. It's more like, oh, I don't know, something more subtle. Stacking those. Yeah. So I'll add little thingies. Gotta add this guy first. Go through it. Add-on section. Oops. Okay, start over. So the drone. And actually, that's there the whole entire time. Points of interest. Probably this guy and this guy. See, that way it shows that strings a little. And then, oh, this is the cool part that I forgot to mention. Great. And this. Now, yeah, see, then the strings take over, and then the choir just mix it. So like the choir has or the men have the line, I guess, the melodic line. And I bring in the strings, and the strings take over that line while the choir kind of backs it up and like changes the whole feel of the entire song. That's where the whole entire song feels the most epic, is right there when the choir changes. All right, and with that, I think that is all I have to say about that. Thank you for watching. And for my next video, I mean, I'm not going to really do any more overviews because I don't really have any more libraries that are new to other people in the world. So I'm probably just going to be taking a look at tracks like I basically do every time. But just take a look how I build tracks and how I feel and like how I feel about them and like what am I trying to say? Yeah, basically just take a look at them and show you how I wrote them as the composer behind the microphone. And with that, we'll see you guys later. Rate, comment, subscribe, like, do what you want, have fun. Let's do it on SoundCloud, link it below, and peace.